Hey everyone, it's Eric here from MacBook. Got another video for you guys today. Hope you guys are all doing well. And this MacBook, it's not doing so well. So this one is powering on, sort of, but it will show like a charging light icon. And we're gonna go ahead and plug it in. Oh, there it goes. So it's showing that. It looks like that there's a problem with the battery. So we plug it in and we see one of the ports we're getting normal voltage, right? We're getting about 20 volts and about a pretty good current, not perfect, probably because it's not charging the battery like it's showing here. It will sit like that and then it'll actually go down. Now the interesting thing is if we switch to the other port right below it, we see a different reading. We see 5 volts and almost no amps. So that's not taking a good current. That means there is a problem, at least something going on here. If you guys have watched our previous videos, we talk a lot about the USB-C charging circuits on MacBooks and how you need all of them to be working. Since you see one of the ports is getting the 20 volts, that usually means that the circuit, it looks to be okay, but there probably is a problem with that one port on the bottom closer to the trackpad area. Now that is a master port in these MacBooks, required for certain things like a DFU mode. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at it to see what's going on with it there, to see if there's a cause for a short or just something else. So let's go ahead and open it up, let's take a look and see what's going on. Oh, look at that. So I noticed as I am lifting this up, it's getting a little bit more difficult to lift up because something's being pushed here. And you can see it looks like something is raising it. Most likely it means that there is, oh, look at that sunlight. But it looks like that there is a swollen battery inside. Cool, and yes, we see our nice spicy pillows that are inside. And that is a swollen battery. See, I don't know if you guys can really see it well, but it's swollen. On the edges there, yeah, there you go. So this is swollen, so that's giving a problem. Now certain MacBook models, especially the larger ones like the 15 and 16 inch, they require a battery to power on to work anyway. So you can get voltage to the board, but you won't get power on. You always see a charging symbol and icon. So we're gonna go ahead and take this up. What connects the battery to the board is a PCB. And if we lift this up, there we go. So it's totally disconnected now. Now it won't power on, but we should see at least more of a stable current. So now we can plug it in and we will see that we'll probably stay at about 0.01 amps or very low amps there, which is a current because there is no battery plugged in. So it will change the voltage there. We're going to see, there we go, we get 20 and we'll get low amps because there's no battery. And yeah, it should go all the way back down because it won't power on. It's waiting for a battery to be plugged in. There you go. So now it's a stable of 20 volts and about 0.01 amps. So we do need a battery. Now we know that there is a problem with the battery. We need to replace that, which isn't a problem whatsoever, but we also are concerned about the port that was over here, and that's the one closest to the trackpad. Most likely what the issue is probably just with the port. Let's go ahead and just remove the board. Let's take a look at that area and what's causing the issue there. We don't expect there to be any damage here because the connection looks to be fine. All right, let's take it out. And oh man, I see two things here. So let's take a look. Oh, it's a little bit hard to see here, but you can see some of the black on the traces. Let's go into the microscope and let's take a look. So we have some traces. These are completely burned and it's missing, like completely. And what's funny is this actually is on the back side. This is where the back side was going. So this is where one of them was plugging in and working. And then you have this side, which was the other one where it wasn't working. With these Macs, you have USB-C circuits. And for every port, you have one of these major big chips. These are your ICs. And they're very noticeable by the little Texas instrument. And if we flip it over to the other side, we'll notice that there's one there, and then there's also one over here. And we'll go look under the microscope now, and we can see if there's any impact or any damage. All right, so here is the main connection. The connection looks fine, looks very clean. We're very lucky there. And also the connection around here. This is your CD32 with a little Texas instrument. That's a good way to know of what it is. That looks to be healthy too, which is great. So we're going to flip it on the other side. Pretty dusty, and most likely it's going to be working because we don't see any obvious damage. But even if it might not be easy to tell, or it could be swollen underneath there, or it could just not work. So as you can see, there's no obvious connections that you can see on the surface, like your resistors and caps on the side here. But you have this main chip, which is a BGA chip. And with the BGA chip, you have your connections underneath because the BGA stands for a ball grid array. We're going to go ahead and replace this one. Looks to be good, right? So we're going to try the same side over here. And we'll take a look. So now we should be getting correct ones on each side. Let's plug it in and see. So we got one side, we're getting 5, let's go to 20. Okay, the 20 volts looks good. We're not worried about the amps because it needs to charge a battery. And we're gonna go ahead and plug in the other one.
Let me grab that.
Please. And we're getting 5. And it looks to be going to 20 as well. Looks like we'll just replace this because this is damage. And it looks like we are gonna save the board, so it's good to be fixing this before anything else there. Let's go ahead and replace the battery, see if it charges, and there shouldn't be a problem, right? So we got our test battery installed. Let's just go ahead and plug it. Let's see. We plug in that top port there. We got 5 volts and we're getting 20 volts. Cool. So now we should see a display here. This come up. I can feel the haptic on the touchpad, but maybe we need to charge the battery. We'll see. I think this test battery has some charge. It's getting like almost 3 amps. Okay, great. And it comes up and looks to be pretty good. And we have like 50% battery, man. So the battery was pretty good. It powers on, charging, and we fixed it. If you do have problems with it charging in one port and not really charging in another port, it's better to make sure that you don't charge it or use it anymore, and especially in that one port, because you could have something along the lines like this. When you have a USB-C, you have power line and a data line. When there is any interruption between that or any problem, the lines can touch and you can have a bigger problem. You can have a burn, which will impact the circuit altogether, and then it won't charge at all. So it's better always to get looked at. You always get it fixed, maybe from us. If you guys are interested in doing a repair, if your MacBook is not charging, if your MacBook isn't powering on, if you have any liquid spills in your MacBook, check the links in the description down below for how you can send in your MacBook for a repair. We also offer data recovery services. If you have one of those newer nice Apple Silicon MacBooks like the M3 Pro, M4 Pro, and the newly released M5, hope you won't have an issue with that, but if you have any liquid damage, we're here to help. So hope you guys enjoyed watching and enjoyed, and see you guys next one. Take care, guys. Bye.